Wei Xiang Zhai is a super small yet super hot Michelin featured noodle joint in my hometown Shanghai, known for its麻酱面sesame paste noodles. If you're curious about what it's like, check out this clip by Trevor James.
Try the famous Shanghai spicy sesame butter noodles. These were off the hook delicious. I can smell the sesame. Look at this. Look at that presentation. It's really just like nicely folded over noodles. We're gonna add the laro. Oh, it's covered in all that chili oil. Laro adding on to the mahjong sesame paste noodles. This is very delighting, very delightful to the eyes. 这个是咖喱的味道，对吗？咖喱的味道，放一点咖喱汤，搅拌一下，我尝一下。那个特别香。That is delicious. That zhimajang, that sesame paste is really strong and buttery and thick. Those are extraordinary. Some of the best noodles I've ever had. This is noodle heaven.
Yep, it's a ridiculous bowl of savory, creamy, spicy carbs with irresistibly strong sesame fragrance. This video is my attempt to recreate this hugely popular dish, and it works. Curious about the secret sauces the Michelin Guide restaurant uses? I'll show ya! And be sure to stick around to the end, because I also share my recreation and upgrade of the beef curry soup that's usually ordered alongside the sesame noodles. Let's break it down. What makes Wei Xiang Zhai sesame noodles so addicting? Secret number 1. Brown braising sauce, or red braising sauce as they call it in the UK. Traditionally, it's the sauce you get from cooking braised pork belly, another signature Shanghai dish. Nowadays, you can buy ready-made sauce, but honestly, I think it's too expensive for just 14 ounces. So, I'll show you how to make decent brown braising sauce from scratch. Add a generous amount of oil in a pan with edges over low heat. As the oil starts to bubble, I'ma stir-fry Szechuan peppercorns and star anises. When smell the fragrance, in goes garlics, gingers, and scallions. The oil is splattering like crazy, so please make sure your kitchen is ventilated. You see the scallions are getting golden brown? Strain them through the strainer. We only need the aromatized oil. Oil back in goes rock sugar. Rock sugar gives the sauce a nice glossy sheen. Patiently wait for it to be completely caramelized. I'ma pour in dark soy sauce, light soy sauce, and water. A little bit Shaoxing cooking wine. Brown braising sauce is a super umami boost, and it adds a tiny bit sweetness to the noodles. Classic Shanghainese. We just can't make any dish without some delightful sweetness. Secret number 2. Sesame sauce, of course. Heat up oil to 100 degrees Celsius. While heating the oil, pour sesame paste and peanut butter into a bowl. The hot liquid not only makes mixing these thick and sticky things a lot easier, but helps diffuse the sesame aroma. I'll give it a good mix until well combined. Smooth and velvety. Secret number 3. Chili oil. What makes the flavor of Wei Xiang Zhai sesame noodles so rich and multi-layered? Definitely not ordinary chili oil. I go with chili oil made with meat. Again, heat up a generous amount of oil to 180 degrees. Stir-fry ground beef or ground pork. Add Shaoxing cooking wine and wait for the meaty smell to fully come out. In goes Pixian broad bean paste, which is a classic savory and spicy bean paste filled with umami from the fermentation process. Boy, look at that beautiful sheen of bright redness. I tell ya, chili oil made from meat makes a big difference because it picks up the unique aroma from both meat and red chili, and its flavor is even richer. Time to boil some fresh wheat noodles. I'm gonna stir occasionally so the noodles don't clump and are cooked evenly. When the water is rolling boiling, and the outside of the noodles is a little bit transparent, take them out. Lastly, drizzle vinegar, brown braising sauce, sesame sauce, and chili oil one by one over the noodles. Garnish with some chopped scallions. Here we have it. It's as simple as that, but the ingredients are all well thought out. The chili oil, sesame paste, and brown braising sauce come together for this mind-blowing, sweet, spicy, and savory perfection. Too bad you can't smell it. It's so aromatic. Quick tip. You want to mix the noodles with the sauces right away. They clump up very quickly. This dish is best served hot. In case you wonder how to make this stunning spicy pork topping Trevor James ordered, I have a video about how to make Shanghai hot sauce, which is a fancier version of spicy pork in the card above. Check it out if you're interested. The locals usually order beef curry soup alongside Wei Xiang Zhai sesame noodles. The Michelin guide calls it beef clear broth because there's not much in it besides clear broth. But I really like the idea of delicious duo, so I decided not only to recreate it but try to upgrade it. I picked a piece of beef sirloin tip center roast, which comes from a cattle's rump, a relatively inexpensive cut. I pre-soaked it for an hour to let the blood come out, so it seems wider than usual. Heat up oil to 60 degrees. First, I'm gonna fry some curry. The reason I don't use curry roux is it's made from flour and butter, so it thickens the soup, whereas this soup is supposed to be soupy or runny. In goes Sacha sauce, aka Chinese barbecue sauce. Sacha sauce is really the secret weapon here. It's believed to be a Chinese adaptation of Malaysian satay sauce, made from garlic, shallots, chilies, and seafood. So obviously it's umami packed. It has an intensely multi-layered taste, savory, mildly seafoody flavor with a subtle sweet finish. Also, sugar and 2 pinches of salt. I'ma toss the sirloin tip in about 1000 ml cold water. Crank up heat to medium-high, boil. Once the water is bubbling, reduce heat to medium. Skim off the foam so that the soup won't be contaminated. Next, I'm gonna make a spice bag. I put 2 sprigs of scallion, 4 slices of ginger, 2 dry bay leaves, and a star anise in it. In go the spice bag, Shaoxing cooking wine, and salt. Mixed with the fried curry. Let it stew for 15 minutes. Now add in oyster sauce. Continue to cook the soup at a simmer for another 30 minutes. It takes a bit of a time, but it's totally worth it. Beef is tenderized through a slow cooking process and it absorbs all the umami flavors from the soup. Trust me, this beef curry soup is incredibly savory and addictive. Okay, I'ma take the beef out and toss away the spice bag. Before cutting the meat, I let it cool inside out, otherwise it will fall apart when slicing. Pour the soup nicely over the beef. Garnish with some chopped scallions. Here's my recreation of Wei Xiang Zhai's delicious combo, sesame noodles with beef curry soup. I'm getting a lot of fragrance from them. They are super savory and comforting, if not addictive.
Yummy!
If you like this recipe, be sure to smash that like button. Also feel free to check out the hot sauce topping if you want to add another layer of flavor like Trevor James did. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.
Yummy, yummy! Yummy!